If you've been wanting to make sourdough but feel overwhelmed, this simple stretch and fold method makes it so much easier, and I'll show you how I speed up the process too.
Hi, welcome to Growing with Victoria. In this recipe, I will cover an easy beginner sourdough recipe using the stretch and fold method. So let's get to it.
For this recipe, you will need 500 grams of bread flour, 300 grams of filtered water. Add the water to the flour. Add 150 grams of active starter, and add 2 teaspoons of salt. Combine everything together with a wooden spoon or spatula. Then combine the dough together with your hands in a pinching and folding method. I added 15 grams more of filtered water because my dough was still a little dry. Once your dough is fully combined, it should still be sticky. Go ahead and cover it with a cloth and put it into your oven for 1 hour to rest.
So you just want to pull the dough towards you and fold over.
You'll want to stretch the dough without ripping and fold it over to the other end of the dough, and you will do this a total of 4 times in a clockwise motion. This is the 4th set of stretching and folding. This is how my dough looks. Wetting your hands will help with stretching and folding because the dough won't stick to your hands. You'll notice that it'll become harder to stretch and fold because the dough is gaining strength and it's getting tighter. After you do 4 sets of stretching and folding, put your dough back into the oven and let it rise some more. This is also known as bulk fermentation. Bulk fermentation is done when your dough has doubled or tripled in size, the dough isn't sticky to touch, the dough is jiggly, and has visible air bubbles on top. This recipe uses a larger ratio of active starter, which speeds up fermentation. Depending on the temperature in your home, bulk fermentation may be shorter or longer for you.
All right, so it's been around 2 hours and my dough has risen. Right here. It's not sticky to the touch, it's jiggly, and there are bubbles in there. So we're gonna go ahead and shape it.
Once your dough has risen, it is ready to be shaped. Go ahead and flip your bowl over with the dough and allow the dough to drop onto the surface.
This process, go ahead and just wet your hands and stretch out the dough. Go ahead and fold your dough like this.
After rolling your dough, you'll want to move your dough in a circular motion to tuck the rolled dough underneath and to form a ball. Once you are done, go ahead and cover your dough with a cloth and let it rest on the counter for another 20 minutes. While your dough is resting, go ahead and sprinkle your bread basket with some rice flour. After your dough has rested for 20 minutes, go ahead and reshape it if it lost its shape. You'll repeat the same process of folding the dough over, rolling it, and then moving it in a circular motion to tuck the rolled dough underneath into a ball.
All right. And then you can go ahead and put this in your bread basket. So you would put it seam side up. This is the seam side up. The smooth side goes on the bottom. All right, go ahead and cover this up with a towel or a plastic wrap or a cloth and put it in your fridge.
Put your covered bread bowl into the fridge and leave it there for 12 hours. The longer you leave it in the fridge, the more sour the bread will taste.
All right, so this is how the bread looks the next morning. We are going to score it and bake it.
Before you score your bread, make sure that you preheat your oven at 500 degrees for at least 30 minutes with your Dutch oven in it. Once your oven is close to 500 degrees, go ahead and pull your bread from the fridge and begin scoring it. Scoring the bread will increase your oven spring and prevent unintentional bursting of the bread. If you are interested in the equipment that I use to make sourdough, I provided some links below in the description. Once you have scored your bread, go ahead and put it into the preheated Dutch oven and cover it with the lid. Lower the temperature of your oven to 450 degrees. Bake your bread for 20 minutes with the lid on, then take the lid off and bake it for another 25 minutes. Once your bread has fully baked, allow it to cool off completely before cutting to prevent a gooey texture inside. This bread has a nice crispy crust and an airy crumb. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like, and if you would like to follow along for more content like this, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. God bless you all.